Back to order, Dave. We are ready.
Before we start, Winskip sale up there.
What'd you say?
Winskip having that sale up there for that junk he's got, you know.
I think some
It's
of it's
Wednesday.
this week, isn't it?
It's Wednesday.
That's all I need to know. You got that truck up there, right? All righty.
Junk. What are you talking about? That's good equipment.
I said truck, no
Oh.
junk.
That's not what I heard.
That's not what I heard either. It's quality equipment.
We're on camera, that's not good advertising, is it?
Thank you, Dave.
So, okay, on that last paper I gave you, this Wear Parts Incorporated, this is for cutting edges on the snowplow blade and also excavator bucket teeth. That's the reason that was kind of one of the unusual ones on that.
They're like hard-faced teeth or what? Or just new teeth?
Just new teeth. They was wore clear down almost, to the holder.
Through,
Okay, on this and diamond mowers, this is for bearings for them shoulder disc. Only place I can get them, they're a pillow block bearing. And you'll see at the bottom, the state of Kansas made their distribution and equalization payment. So. Second page, first week, Bladen Roads, disc and shoulders. Been doing quite a little elevating this last month. We got both terracers going, or had them going that month anyway. And then we put a 36-inch by 50 culvert up there south of Tommy Herring's. Next week, more elevating. Then we got scraper doing quite a little work, also cleaning ditches, mostly south of Bird City. And then we got some graveling done just before that rain. And sign repair with that wind. How do you like that?
you didn't have to get rid of the sign, just unbolt it on, it was gone.
Yeah, they got a little rough with us on that. All right, I need to have you guys make a motion to write off a $30 charge for a landfill bill. This was an error when it went to the district court. And for auditing purposes, we gotta have that done, so.
And basically what happened was I didn't catch when this was going up to the court that it should have been 51 instead of 31 or 21.
21.
And so the defendant went ahead and paid the 21, and my office tried to get the additional $30 out of Goodwill. so to speak, of the defendant. They never paid. And so, because that's my department's mistake, I'd be willing to take that out of prosecuting fees out of my budget and reimburse them
Yeah.
if necessary.
I have no problem with that.
Need a motion?
Let's go ahead and make a motion to write that off. And what would be the total write-off?
$30.
$30
Yeah.
even.
Just one number was an error, so.
Okay. To write off $30 due to an error, clerical error.
So.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Okay.
Okay, next week, we got our highway officials meeting in Salina, a 2-day meeting I will go to. JR and I discussed this North Street and College Street intersection. It's always fighting potholes and asphalt out on that corner. He would like to go to concrete. Half of that street is ours. So I said we would probably pay half. He told me an estimated amount, and I'm going to show you guys, but I don't want to release, and I said I need to have more than one bid. So we're going to have Shaw and hopefully Sporer and McAtee give us a bid on that.
Okay.
It sounded
They
high.
wasn't gonna form this up themselves.
They do it all contracted out and do one half at a time.
Is this the entire amount or our half?
That's tear out and put back and everything.
This is our half
No, this is total.
total,
Yeah,
so our half would be.
okay.
Much better, I figured that was our half.
I did too.
No. Better not here, wouldn't be doing. So anyway, he's going to be visiting with the council on that.
Okay.
And then they're gonna release it for bids.
Yeah. We've had a request to, this road is already open, it's only open a half mile on Road 11. And an individual wants to possibly put in a new home down here and wanted to know if we would start maintaining that road again. The state has quite a little of that, coming down, and they said they would repair that. And that's the reason that part of the problem, the fence on the east side is too close to it, to the right of way. And this individual would be moving the fence. And so the road had to fill the washes in, take out some tree stumps and add some material back to it.
But they are also willing to cost share.
They would look at it, yes.
And that's pretty much Highway 36 and Road 11.
Yep, Highway 36, Road 11, South Highway 36 for a half mile. There's an old abandoned place down there also, but they was built past this point. But we'd only take care of our half mile. If that'd be an agreement. It'll be, like you said, reestablishment
Right,
Right.
right. It's already designated an open road.
Right, so, yeah.
Do we have any choice but not to, or it's an open road?
Yeah, no, I think we're bound to it since it's already an open
Well,
county
that's kind
road.
of what I figured.
Okay, next one. Carl Buffington. This is where Bryce lives.
Yep.
And the fence is on the north side of the road, and he requested to have the fence, he was going to move his fence back if we'd go in and elevate it. From this point on up to this point was actually never opened up.
So it's really a private drive is what it is.
But more
Except
than,
for, well,
I mean, there's other people that's using this, but
right, but what we're talking about is this right here. In
Just
regards
the-
to being elevated.
Just the east-west portion.
Right.
and it would be the west half of it, where we'd ask him we'd have to be moving the road over, because currently it's got a jog in the road.
Yeah, he'd be moving a fence and they'd be straightening it out.
Yeah.
But the whole, I think what Dave's trying to get at is this little jog that's up here, that right there was never opened. Though it's being,
Just this mile was open.
right, but
So
this
it's
This
right
other
here.
half it wasn't.
The north-south half mile there. Yeah. Okay.
The north-south plus this stretch was never officially opened.
There
But
is
it's
a
been
trail
being-
through there though.
Here's
isn't
the
there?
rest of the issue. It's been being maintained for as long as Dave can remember as an open road. And you look at this map and they've got it designated as an open road. So, therein lies the question, because of what's been being done in the past, being maintained by the county, could they come in and say, well, this is the way it's always been? So, but we're just trying to say that it would only be limited and we wouldn't do that little jog.
Okay.
Because they were wanting that also,
Yeah,
to maintain.
Yeah, this has fair elevation on that, but it's just a stretch that he was really concerned about.
Okay.
And if we was to pursue that, I would try to get a survey, not an official survey, try to get the transit up and get this as close as we can to center
Center
line.
line. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that one either.
On that road recap, Road and Bridge Department dedicated over 1,200 hours for non-road related projects such as Keller Pond, Good Samaritan Village, St. Francis Swimming Pool, Bird City Thresher Show, Bird City Recycling Center, and the Sheriff Building at Bird City. Between each project and the shortage of manpower, there was less work done on roads and bridges than normal.
Can only stretch people so far.
What's that?
You can only stretch
Yeah.
so far.
Well, okay, on page one, this is all our equipment. One thing different on this, so we have changed our rates to match FEMA. We got tired of doing, like if we have, damage or FEMA reports or things like that, we'd always have to go in and change all our cost on it to match the FEMA. This way, this is what's coming forward. It'd be a lot less paperwork for it.
Well, there's still a lot better chance of being reimbursed
Yeah,
correctly.
yeah. It's a lot easier for us to get reimbursed, because before it was kind of our in-house cost.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that's different on this. All right, page 2 through 4 is basically our equipment values. Everything that we have there.
What's the one with the blank? That ain't worth nothing.
What's that?
The ones with the blank, I say, are they the ones not worth anything?
We just received this one this year. This is the weed department,
Okay,
and that's
so,
weed department, but they're in our system, so just printed out.
I see.
Yeah. I think same as the last ones that are not there. Like the compactor and the IT loaders, the landfill too. on pages 5 and 6, basically the hours that we have entered and what codes that we utilize to show what work being done where. Page 7 is the gravel pits and total yards hauled and the cost on them.
Well, Dave, I'll make a comment here. I like your reporting. I like the way it's easy to read, it's easy to understand. I like it.
Thank you.
Where's Dan Stevens pit at?
This is straight south of Bill Fuller's old place, Road 14.
Oh, down on the bottom there?
Yeah. See, on the Helton's have the east side of that pit, and then Stevens has the west side. So, and Helton's not going to have us back in there again, so kind of makes it a little difficult. Where it's dividing, that pit divides two properties, so.
In Graceland and River Valley,
They don't need it.
they donate it. Instead of the bond does, basically.
Yep. One.
There's nothing up north, is there?
We have the Daily pit clear up in the very corner. You know, when we moved that road, we wound up getting that gravel pit out of that. And there again, we were taking off the gravel cost minus the movement of the road, so then he still owes us money and we're just keeping it down. So we have that one, and then the Mills is up north, the pit up there. Northrop's is fair, but other than that, it's hard to get gravel. Seems like good gravel anyway. So,
Can I make a suggestion that we table the report so that everyone can have time to take a look at it? And then we can, if there are any questions or concerns, those could be asked of Dave at the next meeting. That work?
oh, that's fine. So,
Works. I do have something for you, Dave.
okay.
I got a call from a citizen, a farmer in the county, who is looking into, or has been using these grain bags, those big white grain bags. Problem is, he doesn't know what to do with them once, because they just have a 1 year or one use cycle. So apparently he called Byron, and Byron, they said, we don't want it at the landfill. He didn't want to burn it due to the smoke and everything else involved with it, but he did. I did do some asking around. Roger Jensen, I called him afterwards, and he gave me a name of an individual that does recycle these plastics. This company had made it known to Roger that, yeah, if you make a pile, and once we get a truck road, we'll come and get it at no cost. Well, then I was talking to another individual who just recently bought one of these machines, and the company he purchased his from said, oh yeah, we'll take them back at like 2 cents a pound. So we've got a couple of options here. Daryl Lloyd's the one that actually had just bought a new bagging system, and his salesperson is the one that gave him the information about buying back this material at 2 cents a pound. Daryl did some quick figuring, and he figured if he can get a truckload from Cheyenne County, take down there, he could make a little money and save the landfill. What we don't know is where we're going to pile these things up at until,
Yeah, and the other problem is, a lot of them recyclers that was taken, if there's any grain in it or whatever, they just blow grain on it, they'll refuse them.
yeah.
And you almost have some with them. And
Yeah, but
that's
it's going to be a
reason-
problem somehow. So these guys need to get rid of these bags and,
Yeah, I've seen some piled, I've seen two places where they actually have them piled up like they're gonna be burning them. And I don't like that, that's the reason I would,
yeah. Well, anyway, here's the
Okay.
information I got from Roger.
okay?
And again, it might be worth a phone call to Daryl to get his information, who he dealt with, and at least find a way to properly dispose of these things instead of just setting them on fire. But anyway, if you'd share that with Byron, and I'll let this individual know that, give us some time to look into it. That's basically what I told him. Hey, just give us some time, we can look into it, and then I'll get back with you.
Okay.
But, yeah, we probably need to address this. Sherman County's, their landfill is taking them at the landfill, but only from Sherman County residents. So they have no plans to transport them, but we're not that fortunate. We're not gonna,
Are they recycling theirs or killing their pet out there with them?
I think they're burning them. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't,
They
they
can't
can't
burn
burn them.
That's against
But
state
there,
law.
they got a compactor and everything, and they have a burial on site, by that, a baler is what I need to say.
Yeah,
And they just take them out and bury them at the old landfill, or at the new landfill. They got a C&D landfill out there.
okay.
Or MSW landfill is what they have with a liner and everything.
Right, because their C&D is still at the
Yeah.
old place.
Yep.
Anyway, we can
Okay.
start the conversations on that and
Okay. All right.
see what maybe we can do,
Okay.
kind of get that out of our hair.
Okay. Yeah, you want to go to the next appointment?
I'm sorry.
You want to go to the next appointment, or, because I got about 10 minutes executive session I'd like to discuss, and then,
Actually, you're the last one on the agenda.
Well, Kelly's.
Kelly's on that. Let's just finish up with what we're doing here.
okay. Let's see. Okay, back to that annual report then on page 8. One thing that was different was 103 and 104 was new machines, new graders. So we had traded off 107 and 119. And 401 tractor doesn't get many hours, but that's the one that's generally located at the landfill. As far as 16, we have our major projects. Good Samaritan Village project. Road department removed the trees, dug pit at the old city dump, demolished the apartments and hauled the debris to the dump and buried the material. Later, we hauled dirt in from the railroad property west of Wheeler and the dirt from the mixing strip for the base of the new assisted living building. There was no charge on the dirt. We have hauled 4,886 cubic yards of dirt, and our total cost is $36,405. The next one was Moore Bridge. We installed steel beams under the precast concrete bridge as the old structure was spalling bad at the seams, and this would also improve our load capacity. So we have a cost on that, and that's $17,294. Keller Pond, we completed digging Keller Pond, utilizing the excavators and crane this spring to finish cleaning the cattails and reestablishing the pond. In September, we hauled the asphalt millings to improve the walking trail and surrounding the pond. We also removed the walking bridge and installed different stringers to complete the project. We were reimbursed $13,350 for the asphalt millings and the hauling cost, and we was also reimbursed $11,250 for the improvements that we made to Keller Pond project. Our total cost on it was $39,037.30. The next one,
I thought we were gonna take a look at this and then discuss any questions at the next meeting.
oh, okay.
I thought you wanted an executive session, that's what.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's, all right, I thought you wanted me to go ahead with this, so.
No,
Okay.
no, they need a chance to take a look at it.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry, so. Yeah, all right, 10 minutes executive session, you had
Okay, so here,
about got through it.
all those in
Well,
favor?
they're gonna have
Aye.
questions, so.
Okay.